What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha. And we're returning to the Ending on a High Note live performance, 2010, released 2011. And we're going to listen to Foot of the Mountain, the title track of their 2009 album, which I do enjoy a great deal, and which Sophia and others have explained to me, has a connection to Mag's solo material. Either way, it is interesting to me to know they use this at this performance, given that in light of what people said, and at some point soon perhaps I'm gonna watch the Aha movie, but knowing that it was a cause of such friction within the band and with one of the producers too, I think so. Yeah, it's interesting to me. Now I get it, like perhaps it could relate more to the way it was received, and if fans were fond of it, then it's a song they perhaps would feel obliged to play at a song or a concert which was supposed to be the end. But again, just knowing that it was a bit of a thorn in the side, and as I think Mark put it when I reacted to the original version, which unfortunately got blocked if I remember correctly, but that it caused the second breakup of Aha. So yeah, either way, I'm curious to hear what it sounds like here. We have heard it. I did react to the MTV Unplugged version where I remember now they were sort of bantering about like it was nice to work together on this one and so on, which knowing at least through people's comments the history of the way this track caused an issue, that is very cheeky and amusing. So presumably the wound of this track would have been more fresh here. So yeah, it's just interesting to me to include this in the set. Either way, let's hear what it sounded like at the Ending on a High Note concert. This is Aha, and the tune is Foot of the Mountain.
Thank you very much!
That melodic run, I think, is my favorite part.
Learn from my mistake, leave one other stay, speak what's spoken to, do what others do. Silence always wins, so silence everything. We could live by the foot of the mountain. build a home by the foot of the mountain. We could stay there and see how it ends. We could stay there and see how it ends. We could stay there and see how it ends.
There's no afters in this cluster, right? Isn't that... Yeah, the unplugged one was the one where there's always like a couple minutes of afters. Yeah, it's number one. I just enjoy the tune overall. I do think it's a good track, and it's a shame that a good track, might be such a difficult chapter in their larger history. But yeah, it's funny, and I wonder whether it's merely a fact of knowing, at least, in some of the sketches, not the full details, but knowing that this problem, or that this tune did cause some friction and a problem with the group such that, they decided they couldn't go on. It sounds like the chorus and the lyrics of the chorus and the lyrics of the verses do seem like they're walking different pathways. Not that they're disjointed or that they're contradictory or anything like that, but they do feel like they're getting, excuse me, at different things. So, yeah, like, just, again, that might be influenced by knowing that they came from two different writers and, weren't necessarily intended to work together in the first place. And again, if I'm remembering correctly, I think people said that there was some friction, I think, from Paul's end with the producer who had suggested this in the first place. So, yeah, like I said, maybe that's skewing my perception. But hearing it here, it was like, hearing the lines in the verses did seem somewhat like heading in a different direction than the lines about the chorus, or in the chorus. In any case, I do think it was a nice performance. It was, very bright and powerful. I think Morten, shone through, especially, as the track went along. I was focusing on a lot of the other sonics, and then it got to a point where I could no longer ignore the glorious voice in the middle of it all. So, again, it's like, as they're ending, as they think, this is it, there's going to be no more aha, they're still doing the things. And, again, this is, many years after the albums and the tracks that, they created the legacy up until this point with, but they were still hitting, the sonics and the combination, the blend of their different talents at an ace level. So it's interesting to me, knowing that this was supposed to be the ending on a high note. Perhaps it's not crazy surprising that it wasn't too far down the road that there was still music to be made with them. So again, shout out to all the people who've helped me understand. And again, as I suggested, the Aha movie might be coming sooner than I originally expected. I'm going to watch the full thing, and I now know for sure that I can do some reactions and watch-alongs and things and put them on my Patreon in full, no problem whatsoever. Now, that's obviously not going to be the case with YouTube, and given the way I've been doing the video reactions with me in the corner and the video, in the movie, big for covering most of the screen, I think that would be a problem too. So I'll see what I can do to get it on YouTube, but at the very least, the full thing should be available on Patreon. So bottom line, I'll do what I can to make sure all the Aha family can see it, hopefully in full, maybe in part, again, if I can figure out, how to edit it for YouTube. So these are all things I'm going to explore, and as I said before, around the holidays, I'm going to be doing a video where I talk about the different albums and on some level put them into an order of my level of appreciation. Either way, lots coming for the Aha family, and I do appreciate those who have commented, that you're here for it and that you're enjoying the continuing journey, because when I get through, this has happened with a few groups, when I get through their studio albums, it's like I wonder, are people still going to be here? Are they still going to be keen to talk music, even if, we've gone through a lot of the tracks that they would have been most keen to do that with, and a number of you are. So, in any case, I'll stop blabbering. Do let me know what you think of the performance. I'll see you next time. Peace.